This video is for folks who own Surface products. If you own a Surface Book, as I do, or if you own a Surface tablet, I'm sure you're very familiar with this adapter and with this adapter tip. And so just now I ran into some issues which stumped me for a little bit, and I'm going to share some troubleshooting tips that will hopefully not only save the day but save you money on trying to buy another adapter, because I honestly just spent 15 minutes trying to figure out what in the world was going on, and I'll tell you what it was in a second. I should start off firstly, any good troubleshooting always starts with pursue the most basic options first and only pursue the most complex options as the last resort. It's difficult as a computer tech, as a person who's worked on a lot of appliances and many different things, automotive, electrical, mechanical. It's difficult. So my best piece of advice is always start small, and anything complex, leave it as an absolute last resort. What happened was I have a Roomba, and the Roomba caught the tip of the adapter and it was pulling it all across the room. So I grabbed the tip, it got dirty of course, and I used a wet one, and then the adapter wouldn't work. So the first thing I thought is, oh, the chemicals, the solution that's on the wet ones, it must have gotten on these electrical connection tips. So I got a cotton swab and I buffed the electrical contacts with some alcohol. I was actually making a video of that, and then that did absolutely nothing. And so immediately I thought, geez, there must be a failure that's caused by the cable being broken somewhere, because the Roomba really tugged it and broke the cable. And so of course, which is I'm sure something many of you have done, you start wiggling the connection around. You start trying to push this cable into the connector part. You start pushing this portion of the adapter in, and you start wiggling it. This is a replacement adapter because the adapter that came with the Surface Book actually failed. So I had to get it replaced, and it actually did have the failure of that right here. This is a weak point on this adapter. This over the years became weakened, and to Microsoft's credit, the adapter was, let's see, I got the Surface Book in 2016, so it lasted about 7 years, roughly, just about 7 years. So I think that's pretty decent. Pardon the parakeets. Trying to finish up this video quickly. So it actually wasn't that, but because of the Roomba incident, I did think to myself that it had to be that. And thankfully I took a moment, and the first thing I did, I started thinking, oh man, it's got to be this. It's got to be, it failed here when it was being pulled by the robot. Oh, it got damaged when this part was in the mechanism for the robot. It must have been that. And I, not having any alcohol left, I took some water, which is a good solvent, and I buffed these contacts spick and span. That didn't do anything. And I really thought to myself, geez, it really is dead. And then what I did is I unplugged it from here. I kept plugging it back. As I continued to make the connection, I could hear the electricity literally coursing through, as these, you see these two metal prongs here, as they make contact with those two holes. I could hear, the little click of the electricity. And I also checked the, power strip, and I continued to plug in and unplug the prongs from the other end of this cable into the power strip, and that didn't do anything, and I became very stumped. And at that point, I did what I should have done from the first step, which was unplug the adapter completely from the wall. I found a good working outlet. I tested that outlet with another appliance, and at that point I determined this outlet is absolutely fine. So my issue would be the adapter at this point. If I plug it in and the adapter doesn't power on, and of course when I use the other outlet, the adapter did power on. I then said the power strip, the outlet at the power strip must be damaged somehow. It's not making good contact. It's not making a good electrical connection. Once I plugged it in, it powered on with the same outlet that possibly may have been giving me trouble. The point I want to make in this video is that it appears that this adapter does have internal circuitry, which sometimes can, let's say, glitch. So my suggestion is, if you're having issues with the adapter, such as I had today, where the light wouldn't come on and the computer was getting no power, take the adapter, unplug it from power. That's the first step. Wait about, I'd say, 3 minutes, because that's the time that it took me to find, to get to the other outlet, unplug all the stuff there, make sure the outlet was 100%, and then plug it in. So wait 3 minutes, connect everything back into the adapter with that good outlet, test the adapter at that point. If you still have the issue, then continue by using alcohol or very little, a drop of water, to clean out these contacts with a cotton swab, and that, believe it or not, will resolve your issue. I hope this video helped you, and that you share it with your friends who have Surfaces. And as always, Team Windows, and cheers.